Throughout history, man has sought prosperity by daring to challenge the unknown. Through the ages he's discovered, exploited and recovered all the riches of this planet for his own. Thus improving his condition, he's confronted with decision what to do about the future on a world that he's outgrown. Well, there's only one way to go from here, one way to go. It's logical, it's clear. There's only one way to go from here, without a doubt. The only way to go from here is out. Overpopulation, unemployment and inflation, destruction of the Earth's ecology, and limited supplies of energy deny a base for developing third world industry. Starvation and poverty, or wealth from technology expansion is the key to a healthy world economy. And there's only one way to go from here, one way to go. It's logical, it's clear. There's only one way to go from here, without a doubt. The only way to go from here is out. Cars replacing horses, now petroleum resources face depletion for the century is through. And they're under the assumption that our energy consumption can be met by synthesizing fossil fuels. Solar power's a solution when considering pollution, or someday we might be frying in a cloud of CO2. And there's only one way to go from here, one way to go. It's logical, it's clear. There's only one way to go from here, without a doubt. The only way to go from here is out. Breaking free of gravity, moving industry beyond the planet's surface into space. Lunar mines and factories, Lagrange point colonies, total productivity, and nothing goes to waste. Solar sailing ships deployed to mine the asteroids while Earth becomes a paradise, her ugly scars erased. And there's only one way to go from here, one way to go. It's logical, it's clear. There's only one way to go from here, without a doubt. The only way to go from here is out. Throughout the solar system, man will spread and requisition all the elements of the planets and their moons. More than just surviving, flourishing and thriving, until some future day when once again he faces doom. In 1,000 years or two, he'll lament now what to do. We're exhausting our resources, and we're running out of room. Well, there's only one way to go from here, one way to go. It's logical, it's clear. There's only one way to go from here, without a doubt. The only way to go from here is out. Reach for the stars, they're not that far, without a doubt. The only way to go from here, the only way to go from here, the only way to go from here is out. The space shuttle pilot lies dreaming of adventure come the dawn. His lover weeps, she cannot sleep. Tomorrow he'll be gone. Goodbye, my love, -10 and counting. The launch fires flame and a roar. Goodbye, my love, going into orbit on the wings of the future you'll soar. A man confronts his destiny, accepts what must be done. the challenge faced, he'll open space for his unborn daughters and sons. Goodbye, my love, -10 and counting, the launch fires flame and roar. Goodbye, my love, going into orbit on the wings of the future you'll soar. Bound away beyond the atmosphere to sail infinity's sky, a man's heart sings the wonder of wings, and planet-bound lovers cry. A woman understands the secret desires and needs of men. She knows someday he'll choose to stay and never return from orbit again. Goodbye, my love, -10 and counting, the launch fires flame and roar. Goodbye, my love, going into orbit on the wings of the future you'll soar. And I'll be waiting here missing you until planet-bound lovers go orbiting too. High in orbit above the atmosphere, a solitary man in pressurized gear shoots through the airlock, work to be done. Patch a hole in the hull of construction station 1. Free fall, going EVA, he's in free fall. Alone on a sea of empty eternity, floating on the brink of oblivion. Free fall. Suddenly, he feels the beat, throbbing in his temples, aching in his feet. Silent, cadence pounds, moving with the tempo. Now he's getting down in free fall. Planet drums beckon in free fall. Lost in a trance, the man begins to dance, keeping time with the rhythm of the galaxy. Free fall. Sunstrobe spinning in free fall. The music he hears is a symphony of spheres, the fundamental pulse of the universe. Free fall. Free fall. Drowned in cosmic harmony, he becomes as one with infinity. Alone on the sea of eternity. Free fall. Free fall. Lunar twilight, dying day. Shadows linger on as sunlight slowly fades. Darkness deepens as night is drawn. And it's so very long until another dawn. The lunar miner stirs in his converted canister, rubs his eyes and glances at the time. Another day, another shift, tons of rock to dig and lift, moving dozers through the shallow lunar mines. 4 a.m. or noon makes no difference on the moon. Clocks are just for keeping schedules to find. The rugged miners claim a man can go insane. 7 days of sunshine and 7 more to go. And midnight madness mars the beauty of the stars. Darkness is forever, Luna turns so very slow. Then 100 pair of eyes are drawn to the sky, scanning the horizon, anticipating Earth rise. 18 months a tour, lunar miners must endure many hardships, the work is never done. 100 men no more mine 1,000,000 tons of ore every year to tame the power of the sun. But somehow they survive, their spirit kept alive, with hope for the future and a dream of Island One. Lunar sunrise, darkness wanes. Cold and gray dawn crawls across the plain. Blinding glare glistens on the crater rim. And it's so very long until the sun goes down again. So very long until the sun goes down again. So very long until the sun goes down. I'm a mass driver engineer, on course through the vacuum ocean of space. A freighter captain in the high frontier, running 3 months out of Ceres. 3 months out of Ceres. My ship is a hauling lady and slow acceleration takes time. A little thrust and we're underway, heading out from the asteroid mines. The engine's 10 kilometers long. A spear of coils and solar rays. Our reaction mass is a rockin' slag. Out here we don't throw nothing away. I'm a mass driver engineer, on course through the vacuum ocean of space. A freighter captain in the high frontier, running 3 months out of Ceres. 3 months out of Ceres. Casting off from Port O'Neill, bound for an L5 colony, with a load of chemicals to supply their industrial economy. Hydrogen, carbon, and nitrogen. The asteroids process plenty. We're the only close source beyond old Earth, 'cause the moon, it hasn't any. I'm a mass driver engineer, on course through the vacuum ocean of space. A freighter captain in the high frontier, running 3 months out of Ceres. 3 months out of Ceres. Velocity changes completed and true. We're approaching cargo target. Then the payload's dropped and on its own, falling into L5 orbit. To a job well done and we're going home. Come about, turn tail to the sun. I got 3 months leave before I'm gone on another L5 colony run. I'm a mass driver engineer, on course through the vacuum ocean of space. A freighter captain in the high frontier, running 3 months out of Ceres. A freighter captain in the high frontier, running 3 months out of Ceres. We We are the children of the stars, spawn of the sun, born of stardust, nebulas, and photon beams. We are the children of the stars, our destiny was spun on an ancient solar wind and evolved in dreams. Visions of tomorrow haunt the mind. The spirit yearns to wander infinity, to leave the planetary womb behind, to touch eternity, transcend our infancy. We are the children of the stars, spawn of the sun, born of stardust, nebulas, and photon beams. We are the children of the stars, our destiny was spun on an ancient solar wind and evolved in dreams. Around the conference table, the delegation sat. The president's advisors all dumbly staring at the alien in his bubble, who hummed with grim disdain as they discussed the matter of his presence unexplained. And have you finally figured out, the president demanded, the meaning of the document he gave us when he landed? The hastily appointed head of otherworld affairs coughed and died, the creature floating calmly in the air. We have a vague translation which we cannot ignore. It is a declaration of intent to wage a war. But why, they cried in unison, the president, his men. What reason has he given? What have we done to them? The minister shrugged helplessly, he sighed and shook his head, and gazed upon the faces of the delegates and said, for years they've been receiving, as we've anticipated, the television broadcasts our ancestors created. And so this declaration we've a reason to suspect protests the cancellation of the program known as Star Trek. What are we to do? The president lamented. It's been 100 years since Star Trek was presented. The minister stood quietly and raised a steady hand, scanned their worried faces as calmly he began. There is no need for panic or fear of hostile action. A treaty can be drawn up to this being's satisfaction. Advise me, said the president, just what do you propose to offer in exchange for peace with these Star Trekkie foes? The president looked dubious, the alien beguiled. The men around the table paused, the minister just smiled. The terms, if they're accepted, have long been met and done. Our history can guarantee a century of reruns. Light years and centuries across the galaxy, stellar shine, beckoning sign, and I'm long away. Distance and temporal plane deny love's intangible flame. Continuum cannot dim the thin invisible rains. Riding a star shadow tide, I am drawn outward and forever back into the dawn of loving known and lost and lingering on. Phantom memories, passion, chemistries, a tenuous line spanning time, saying I'm following, I'm following. Tahl D'Jehn of the scout ship downtown Lee, bound for a new star, Chai-Ten, seeking new worlds for the Asin Bay. The colony awaits signal, go or stay. The decision will be Tahl D'Jehn's, the Stangy. Tahl D'Jehn of the scout ship downtown Lee, bound Chai-Te rich beyond dreams. But the law applied, expansion denied. If an intelligence there did abide, the mediators had so agreed it should be. Tahl D'Jehn of the scout ship downtown Lee chose rose to explore Chai Tattoo. The soul living world, it showed no evidence of an indigenous alien intelligence until a derelict probe was taken in tow. Tahl D'Jehn of the scout ship Dantalni analyzed the facts, then he knew the NASA were gone, drowned in a sea of carbon dioxide in antiquity. The reasons Tahl questioned alone. Why did they perish, not try to escape into the darkness and safety of space? Why did they die? Jetatone. Beyond the horizons of tomorrow lie the alternate futures of man. We can become masters of suns or a vanishing trace in the cosmic sand. Destiny beckons, reach for the stars, soar on a vision set free. Unrestrained fantasy will flame the fires of future history. Look to the dreamer spawns a promise, the promise demands inspiration, dedication, the courage of conviction, the will to expand beyond the boundaries of the mother world. The foundation stones have been carved, enchanted minds and reality twine to offer a future embracing the stars beyond the horizons of tomorrow. Of man, we can become masters of suns. Making love in a zero-G environment may not produce the satisfaction we project. The proposed erotic possibilities deny Newton's laws of motion and how they will affect our romantic inclinations in space stations. Momentum changes in proportion to the force acting on a resting body and making it move. And every action is opposed by an equal reaction of the same magnitude in the opposite direction, without exception. Now I may be wrong, but it seems to me when contemplating the dynamics of sex that trying to do it in ZeroG may present some pressing problems we did not expect. Making love in a ZeroG environment may be more hazardous than advocates assume. Adrift in compartments three-dimensional, pelvic push may quickly find lovers parted and marooned or rebounding off the walls. A ricochet freefall. ZeroG may have industrial advantages for pharmaceuticals, ball bearings, and steel. But in matters of human sensuality, friction is essential. Future studies may reveal that a weightless copulation induces frustration. Now I may be wrong, but it seems to me that carnal stimulation will be desired. So in order to do it in ZeroG, some new techniques may be required. Making love in a ZeroG environment may foster changes in our moral attitudes. Nature provides for the planet bound, but the state of the art in orbit must improve. Desperate lovers may engage space age sex aids. Together tethers would prevent her random wandering. Magnetic harnesses incorporating alternating poles could sustain an interaction electrically. Rear thrusters would supply perfect docking control. Entry speed and rhythm set easy on the retrojets. Now I may be wrong, but it seems to me that we'll never be sure unless we go and try it. So for reasons of promoting space industry, we should encourage the idea the general public will buy it. Making love in a ZeroG environment is a problem we must solve to survive. With a dash of erotic ingenuity and invention of necessity, science will arrive at a feasible solution to the 21st century. Sensual revolution. Flights of fancy on wings of nebulous dream, soaring on currents of inspiration and shimmering images only you've seen in your mind, where line and color glow, a fire seeping out of your soul. Virgin canvas, naked awaiting your touch, reflecting the images, taunting your eye, demanding attention, seducing the brush in your hand. Then line and color flow, a passion torn out of your soul. Crimson elations and indigo nightmares, histories woven in golden brown tones, driven to answer the questions that haunt you, opening windows into the unknown. Flights of fancy. hallucinations and indigo nightmares, histories woven in golden brown tones, driven to answer the questions that haunt you, opening windows into the unknown. Flights of fancy, vague images slowly coalesce, whispers of dream and perception define another reality out of the mists. In your mind, the line and color know an existence encasing your soul. Have you lost something lately? Have you been missing something for a long time? Things of value you think you'll never find may not be gone forever if you dare explore the dim and dark dingy corridors of Wong's lost and found Emporium. The shelves are crowded and covered with crud. A moldy musk taints the air. Unseen creatures slither and thud, and the dark disappears into who knows where. Have you lost an opportunity, a vital part of your personality? Car keys, odd socks, balance a dime may not be gone forever if you dare explore the dim and dark dingy corridors of Wong's lost and found Emporium. A spot of white shows the keeper where your lost possessions are stored, but you can't return what you claim. Take care, you might get more than you bargained for. Destinies and unfolding furry things, undelivered mail and diamond rings, bottled souls, talent swimming in slime may not be gone forever if you dare explore the dim and dark dingy corridors of Wong's lost and found Emporium. Be warned, the door might not appear again. The atmosphere's creepy and grim, but if you lost it and you want it, you must go in to Wong's lost and found Emporium. You may find it in Wong's lost and found Emporium. When I wake up alone in the dark without a light, there's 100 zillion monsters out to get me in the night. My mommy says it's my imagination playing tricks, but what does she know? She's all grown up. I know because I'm 6. There's an alien in my closet and a ghost behind my door, a spooky something making funny noises on the floor, skeletons a hanging and a dragon in my bed. So you can't tell me they're only make-believe inside my head. Aliens have tentacles that wiggle in the dark, and dragon skin is scratchy and their teeth are made of sparks, and fire and smoke and skeletons of bones that clank and grind. I've seen them, so I know they're not just imagines in my mind. There's an alien in my closet and a ghost behind my door, a spooky something making funny noises on the floor, skeletons a hanging and a dragon in my bed. So you can't tell me they're only make-believe inside my head. Well, ghosts are made of nothing, they're just shadows in the air, but because I cannot touch him doesn't mean he isn't there. And And all those other creepy things I hear but cannot see may not be real to mommy, but they're awfully real to me. There's an alien in my closet and a ghost behind my door, a spooky something making funny noises on the floor, skeletons a-hanging and a dragon in my bed. So you can't tell me they're only make-believe inside my head. When I wake up alone in the dark, I'm never scared, even though I know there's monsters all around me everywhere. There's a funny thing about the nasty monsters in the night. They go away like magic when my mom turns on the light. No more alien in my closet, no more ghost behind my door, no spooky something making funny noises on the floor, no skeletons a-hanging, not a dragon left in sight. But you can't tell me they're make-believe, they're just afraid of light. You've got your lady, I've got my man, long enduring, ever-changing sands, loving anchored in yesterday's caring, and memories not yet sown. But when your song whispers through me, I'm sharing a soul I sang alone. You've got your lady, I've got my man. Still I'm reaching to touch your hand. Lonely voices rising on the wind come together on an Oklahoma plain, embracing blue harmony a moment and then borne away on a stronger wind again. You've got your lady, I've got my man. You've got your lady, I've got my man. Long enduring, ever-changing sands. Still a shivering begins passing through me whenever I catch your eye. The whiskey sound of your voice does something to me. I'm soaring on a silent sigh. You've got your lady, I've got my man. Still I'm reaching to touch your hand. A kiss of music, a caressing glance, a promise woven through the strands of chance. Rivers in the sky flow in circles with no end. Voices rising on the wind will meet again. You've got your lady, I've got my man. Still I'm reaching to touch your hand. And I'm knowing the wind will blend our song together again, together again. The wind will blend our song together again. I've got the PanGalactic Gargle Blaster Blues. They told me I'd be sorry if I guzzled that alien booze. It packs a hell of a punch, that delicious carbonated green ooze. But I didn't listen, I thought I could master that bubbling brew, but I was courting disaster and the PanGalactic Gargle Blaster Blues. I I've got the PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. No remedy, no cure for the blaster connoisseur. Got the PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. The first one went down easy and the second down deceptively smooth. But when I finished the third, I had difficulty trying to move. Now my stomach's on fire and my vision is blurred. My legs won't support me and my words are all slurred. I got the PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. I've got the PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. No remedy, no cure for the blaster connoisseur. Got the PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. So if you wanna wake tomorrow feeling fit, energetic and fine, stay away from that green, high-potency imported moonshine. But if you must indulge, the hangover's worth enjoying the best beverage on or off Earth. And then the PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. I've got the PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. No remedy, no cure for the blaster connoisseur. Got the PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. No remedy, no cure for the blaster connoisseur, or those nasty morning after PanGalactic Goggle Blaster Blues. A trace of doubt in your eyes, whispering, are you the one? The question hangs in a cloudless sky, a shadow on the sun. I want to shout, yes I am the only woman for your man. But whenever we become too close, you run, and I don't understand. Never trying to explain, your reasons remain secrets locked behind the shadows on the windows of your mind. A ghost of sorrow from the past, lingering, a phantom spun of broken trust and fear that casts a shadow on the sun. I want to chase away the pain, erase the memories that forge the chains of caution that implies all loving lies. I am not to blame. Another love, another time, breath of bitterness that binds the secrets locked behind the shadows on the windows of your mind. Tomorrow dreaming long asleep, suspicion and anger shun the winds of promise that would sweep the shadow from the sun. Only love can set you free from the dark captivity of loneliness behind the shadows on the windows of your mind. Only love can set you free from the dark captivity of loneliness behind the shadows on the windows of your mind. Come on down to 108, follow the piano man. Y'all come, don't hesitate to join the ever-loving down home 47th Street Blues Band. We rock it and roll it with a little swing, and if you can't play then you can sing, and if you can't sing you got company, 'cause nobody's singing in the same key, so we compromise and play it in G. In the ever-loving down home 47th Street Blues Band. Come on down to 108, follow the piano man. Y'all come, don't hesitate to join the ever-loving down home 47th Street Blues Band. The tambourine shakes and shimmies in time, the mellow harmonica wails and whines. The piano man pounds on the ivory, and though we may be lacking in harmony, we got plenty of rhythm and melody. In the ever-loving down home 47th Street Blues Band. Come on down to 108, follow the piano man. Y'all come, don't hesitate to join the ever-loving down home 47th Street Blues Band. Going on even when we don't know the words, got the strangest sound that was ever heard. We're rowdy and loud and don't care at all if our music is thundering down the halls and our neighbors are banging on the walls. 'Cause we're the ever-loving down home 47th Street Blues Band. Listen to the music, we got the music, music in our souls. We got music in our hands. Listen to the beat, we got music in our feet. We're the ever-loving down home, ever-loving down home. Raising hell, don't give a damn, ever-loving down home 47th Street Blues Band. 47th Street Blues Band. Freight train, silent and fast. Freight train, driven by mass. I don't care what terrain I take, as long as it runs through space. When I'm dead, send me to sleep in the cold and quiet deep of space on the lunar Ceres line, where the stars and planets shine. When I'm dead and in my grave, no more good times will I crave. Cast adrift in empty space, no stone to mark my place. Freight train, sunward bound. Drop your cargo, swing around. Speed on back to the asteroids, through the dark and endless void. One more place I'd like to be, one more sight I'd like to see, to watch the moons of Saturn spin, 'cause it's farther than I've been. Freight train, silent and fast. cargo barge like a needle pass through a tapestry of black on the Lunar Series track.